Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm in Selby today. It's Friday morning and I just thought I'd have a little walk around the town centre. I was going to come on a Sunday, but then they forecast a storm for this morning, Storm Eileen, 57 mile an hour winds. So I thought maybe it wouldn't be so busy. Not sure, but I'm wondering if the Halifax used to be a cinema. The idea is not to come up the main street, to be honest. There's some back streets I wanted to go around, but I had to come up the main street to get to them. I wanted to give you an idea what it was like, the Abbey there. I went around the other week. And this is the marketplace. Just the whole thing was as quiet as this. Weather is there. Traditional, I think, family-owned department store. I tried a afternoon walk a few days ago. And now I'm trying a Friday morning walk. Burial ground used in the 1848-49 cholera epidemic. And that's what the sign on the church said, if you remember. Oh, so it's a burial ground. We saw this sign on the church when we were here before. To say 100 people died and they're buried there. I do like this part of Selby. It's a lovely place, but it's an old English market town, but it has been somewhat hijacked by the car, and so when you're in the centre it does feel ever so busy and noisy. This is what I was looking for. Henry the First, fourth son of William the Conqueror, born in this area in 1068. He became Henry the First of England from 1100 to 1135. Who knew? It's not a place I know so well, but I've got a couple of errands to do, so I thought I had to be here early. Look at that pub there. So I thought, well, while I'm here, just have a little walk around. Once I finally decide what I'm doing about my weekend work, I may well make Sunday mornings my regular video making morning. I think I've overrated this storm. It's one of the most annoying traits of modern weather people. I understand why, because if you get it wrong you get sued. But they are so cautious. Main Street's at the end there. That's where we've just can't see for the blooming Range Rover. So we're on the River Ouse here, and there's the flower factory there. It's got a long seafaring tradition. It had a port for a long time, and they used to build ships here. And I think if you go in the local supermarket, there's photographs of ships being launched sideways into the Ouse. Just wanted to bob along here. I'll show you this. It's like a pumping station. I think it's part of the flood defences of Selby. It's like a Selby Dam pumping station. And there's the protective walls there to protect the town from flooding. As with all my videos, if you're from Selby, if there's anything amazing I've missed, let me know. It's a town I might come to again on a Sunday morning. I've said it before in my videos, the car is king. An old pub here, coming soon, the Abbott's luxury ensuite living accommodation. It's a bar and club. So I actually know very little about Selby. I sometimes know a little about Leeds when I'm out, but I know hardly anything about Selby. Except there's a lot of cars very early on a morning. It's bonkers. Sort of extension. Now there's this pub here that we were looking at that I saw on the way up. The Three Swans. And of course, much to my sort of shame, I usually have a drinking story linked to the places I go, and I'm afraid I have for Selby. Way back when pubs had licensing hours in the UK, and no idea what this is. When pubs shut on an afternoon at 3 p.m. and then reopened at 5:30. Selwillow by Town, Church Hill Burial Ground, Saxon settlement. There you go, we've learnt something. Selby Amphitheatre and Waterfront Gardens opened on 22nd of August 2009. Yeah, when we had licensing laws and cultural conflux and pubs shut at 3. Some places, Henry I, Benedict of Ouse arrived 1069 and built the abbey. But Hugh began to build 1100. Battle of Selby 1644. Trans-Pennine Trail comes through here. If I ever get myself an electric bike, definitely gonna have a go at doing it. The future is in our hands. Yeah, so some places, particularly market towns, they got exemptions to the licensing laws on market days, and here it was market Mondays. And as lads in Leeds, all we knew was the pubs are open all day in Selby. So we got on a bus one day, and we got on a bus one day and came and spent the day drinking in pubs. Somebody in our party was going to buy a chicken because it was a live animal market in those days. This is what was Selby Toll Bridge. Even I remember there was a little booth in the middle and you came and you had to pay so much money to cross it. I put a little bit of the history up about it. But what's really interesting, for me anyway, the river flows behind me. The sea is about 50 miles behind me. York is in the front of me. And look at the speed of the water coming in. It's the actual the tide is driving up the river. It's driving. That's incredible. The actual flow of the river is the opposite direction. And there's the mill with its quay. That was worth coming just to see the river like that. Feel the strength of the wind, which probably explains all the trees that are down on the way up here. And before, it used to always cause a problem with the toll bridge, with traffic, but it's not got any better. Just as you can see, it goes back miles. That's I've forgotten the name. It's Brayton, I think. It's what tended to happen in these riverside towns is in places you get Malton and Norton on the Derwent, and I think here you get Selby and Barlby. Two separate towns in effect. Either side of the river, often in separate counties. It happens on the Tees a lot, and here it wouldn't be different counties, but often there'd be in a different riding of Yorkshire. This was all in the West Riding. But apart from all the blooming cars and buses, it's actually quite a beautiful sight. That's the Selby Railway swing bridge in the distance. Let's try and cross this road. Take our life in our hands. Anyone? So I think down here, this was looks like the docks. Oh, campy terrace. And I mean, even though I talk about my family coming from Leeds when I did my family tree, they spent, I think it was my great granddad, he came to live in Yorkshire from the south, and when he arrived he lived out here for about 20 years, started his family out here before moving into the city. And I think we are sort of distantly, there's a haulage firm out here called Campers of Selby, and I think we are distantly related to the Campers. And there you go, there's a street named after them. Selby railway station just through there. And more of these flood defences here. And the swing bridge, which I did a video just of the swing bridge ages ago now, so I'll see if I can find that. 2 trains went over at once. And this really weird double road bridge here. As I say, this is really just a really brief walk around town. I came as early, well, not as early as I could. Long story, but I woke up at 3:30. Had to wait for the shops to open. Do you think Selby Ironworks Business Centre was Selby Ironworks then? It's quite an impressive railway station down there. Yes, I would have come a bit earlier, but I know I keep having this conversation, but these YouTubers who just walk around filming everybody, I still can't help thinking it's a bit rude. I hate it, mate. I really would if someone was filming me and filming their kids. So that's why I get a bit conscious about it and try to avoid it. Probably why I'm never going to have 1 million subscribers. That and who wants to watch an old bloke walking about Selby. Goods yard. Yeah, I don't quite know where the ships were built, but this is definitely the port of Selby around here. Some prime quayside. Not waiting for river going ships, of course. Waiting to be really out as apartments, no doubt. But yeah, these towns had it all. They had railway connectivity, they had river connectivity, they had floodgate here, they had canal connectivity. Not sure if I'm supposed to be in here, but there's no signs up. You get a great view of the river. It's definitely flowing backwards. Look at that stick over there. Can you see them? The speed that's going. That's incredible. As I say, what's the Ouse about? This is the Ouse. Becomes the Humber about 20-30 miles, then you reach Goole, and then the River Trent joins, and there are still seagoing ships as far as Goole and as far as ports on the River Trent, and I'm sure at some point in the future somebody will write a paper about how places like Selby should be connected to the sea. I've seen the river tide coming in before, but I've never actually seen it like this. I'm guessing it might be helped by I'm guessing it might have something to do with the wind. The reason it's going so fast. The tree. What did you do today? Not much trees floating up the river. And of course you're never far from the abbey here. I'm hanging fire because it's popping away, is that? There it is, an even bigger one here. We haven't had a right lot of rain. We had a bit overnight, but I think this is just high tide. We call it slack when it stops, when it reaches its height, and then it starts to go out. No trains though. I looked up to see when the swing bridge opened. When would it ever open? And that depends if there's any boats going to York, doesn't it? But what it did say was best time. Tell me if I'm wrong, internet. It said the best time to see the swing bridge open is after the last train passes, because they open it so that if there is any traffic, the swing bridge operator doesn't have to be there, because if it's left open when there's no trains running, boats can get through. So I'm guessing evening time, late evening, but tell me if I'm wrong. Where's that end gate? So yeah, you're never far from flood defences in a town like this. There's a sign on that gate: any person leaving this gate open is liable to a fine of 40 shillings. So I'm sure there's much more I could see here. And if you know the town, I'd love it if you told me what I've missed, and I'll try and see it next time. The Nelson Inn, free house. So yeah, we got the bus from Leeds and got here about 11 o'clock. As I say, pubs are open all day. So we just drunk, ate fish and chips, visited lots of pubs, had a walk through the market. Somebody decided they were going to buy a chicken, but then we finally managed to dissuade them because we weren't sure if they'd let us back on the bus on our hour and a half trip back to Leeds with a chicken. I think there's a canal in Selby. Well, I know there's a canal in Selby. So where it links up to though, I think it actually links up to another canal. I think I've said in other videos, there was trade came really into the heart of the country. If you couldn't get it here by seagoing ships, then you transferred it to canals or eventually waterways. Everybody's going off on one about how much trees are down, but I think what it is, I think the wood is very dry. I think that's why there's so much lying about. A couple of big ones coming down on the way here. So yeah, but all the little stuff I think is just down to the fact that it's so dry. So this is definitely a walk I'll have to do. I think the full length of this canal, I don't think it's so long. I think this is the Transpennine Trail. Did I say if ever I get an electric bike, I quite fancy doing the whole of the Transpennine Trail. I think I'm past cycling it. It was never my forte anyway, wasn't cycling. I think this is the end of the canal up here, so I'm guessing this whole area would have been warehouses. It struck me the other week in Hare Hills when we were walking round Burton's. I read a sign that said Burton's had oh yeah, yeah. How with its little ones. Yeah, I read a sign that said Burton's had 10,500 employees, and I think that must be Selby tip there. Yeah. I see, so Selby Canal goes from the Ouse, which is where we are now, and I'm guessing it joins the Aaron Calder navigation canal. So I don't think it's long, it's about 10 or 15 miles long. It's a nice thumbnail shot though. But yeah, Montague Burton's. Oh, by the way, apologies for the sound today. Must be appalling. I am going to go home and order myself a microphone. Still haven't got round to getting one. Just using the microphone on my phone, which I'm sure has severe limitations. patience on a day like this. But yeah, Montague and Burton's, 10,500 people working for it. In the heart of Aerials. Here, a canal with the docks, a river with the docks, railway with goods yards. There must have been so much work, which explains why people like my great-grandfather, legend has it, walked from Suffolk to Yorkshire looking for work. And I'm not really making a point, I'm just saying it's a shame so many people go on the internet making videos about how poor a state our towns are in and how broken our country is. It's just different, isn't it, now? You just have to hope. It gets fixed. And in amongst all that transporting goods via rivers and canals might one day become a thing. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Sorry about the sound. I'll have to, and the High Street bit will be quite heavily edited because there was actually more people than I thought were going to be there. But then the storm's not been half as bad here as I reckoning it was going to be. It's just like a windy September day in August. I do my best with these videos. I really do enjoy doing them. It hits a nerve. As I said, I've been up since 3:30 because I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about editing the video I just did down Richmond Hill, and then I ended up recording the rain, and then I ended up editing the video, and now I've ended up coming here, and I don't think it's barely 10 o'clock, and I'm really happy. And I think that's the problem with my job, is they make me sit still for a long time every day. But I'm only there for 2 days, so I'll stick with it for now. But as soon as I can, I think as soon as I can, I'll start doing this full time. I don't know whether to at this point say, so if you like it, subscribe and help me grow my channel, because the quicker I grow my channel, the quicker I can pack in work and become a full-time YouTuber. Because I've read comments where people have said, as soon as YouTubers say that, they don't subscribe intentionally. But if you do like the kind of content I do, or you have any comments to make about the channel, I'd love it if you subscribed, and I'd love it if you liked the video, and I'd love it if you made a comment. I think we'll come back and I'll have a look on the map and see if we can walk this. Oh, I thought that was the end. Blimey. was preparing you for the end of the video, folks. I don't think we're at the end. I was going to show you the railway station, but I think we'll just have a little break. Look on the map. This can't go much further because we're nearly in the centre of town. Well, I never knew any of this was here. Never, ever, ever. There's Boatyard at the other side. Yeah, warehouses. I think I'm heading away from where I want to be, but I'm intrigued now to know where this ends. Yeah, Boatyard. Hi guys, I'm back with you, and I'm going the other way because this intrepid traveller and renowned map reader doesn't know his north from his south. I've actually spoken to a lady walking her dog, and it turns out I was heading in completely the opposite direction to the direction that I thought I was heading in. I was heading towards Brayton and Burn, and then south of there where the canal meets the Erin Calder. She told me that the end of the canal, as it were, is where we've just been in the canal basin. And the bit that I did miss, and I'll find that when we do the canal walk, is where the canal meets the River Ouse. I'm guessing there must be some kind of a lock there. Anyway, substantial canal with footpaths and some sort of pleasant rural and semi-rural walking. So if you live around here, get yourselves down. Another recce for something I'll probably never do. I'll have to check out the buses, see if I could, because I think it's a bit far for me to go. Bit far for me to do it there and back, but I might be able to do it, get the bus here and then the bus back from wherever I end up. No idea where I am. Oh, I think might be near Wicks. Just need to look for the Abbey. Seeing as we're on a flat plain, you'll usually get a glimpse of it from somewhere. I'm really glad I asked her if I was heading in the right direction. I've still been going at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Heading back into Selby now, so I think it's what I was saying to you about the two town situation. To the north of the river there's Selby and Barlby, and to the south of the river there's Selby and Brayton. The railway bridge is up ahead. I think it must be Brayton now. Oh, bargains! They're doing well, aren't they? Top brands, bottom prices, and I'm not sponsored by them. Click and collect home delivery, homebargains.co.uk. Now that would be a sponsorship deal to be proud of, wouldn't it? None of your Adidas's or your Nikes who are sponsored by Home Bargains. If you're watching, I'm more than happy to chat to you about it. It's a Selby store. Forgot to say there's Selby fire station there. We walked past it. Yeah, I think in exposed places they're definitely up to 50 miles an hour, the winds. See the Abbey there in the distance, and the railway station that was so much bigger before. That was good timing. This is one for all you people in London with your 10 and 12 car trains. That's what trains are like in the north. Often packed out. Anyway guys, that's it for today. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you can, next time. But for now, I'll say cheerio. I'm gonna go to Morrison's and have a bit of breakfast and a cup of tea. But before I do, I'll show you the bus station and the park. Yes, Selby has a park. It's only a little park, but if you want to get away from all those blooming cars, Sunday mornings, I think. It's got bowling green. Bandstand. And some veggies. Some sweet corn. Oh, this is good. Discoveries on your doorstep. One, two, three, four. That's 6 walks from here. Oh, look at that. Oh, this was the bit I was looking for. I walked through here before. Beautiful trees. This was the bit I was looking for, not the bit that had the school playground, the children's playground. Are you happy there? Oh, look at that. What kind of tree that is? As always, everywhere we go, dedicated to those of our towns and local villages who in war paid the supreme sacrifice into God's keeping. Unveiled in 1997. finally I will end the video. I see a great place to end it. Thanks for watching, and if you can, do join me next time. Cheerio. Breakfast.